Hello, we are Geeks Assembled. Me and Susan are Geeks Assembled. Um, yeah. Um, Today we are discussing a movie sequel, part of a trilogy, and this is the second part. Um, Released in 1989, a Spielberg presentation, of course. Back to the Future Part 2. Um, Starts off where the first movie left off, and it's just adventure all the way, I suppose, traveling in time. So we'll go over to Susan, see what her opening thoughts are on Back to the Future Part 2. Over to you, Susan.
Okay, thanks, Lee. Um, this is a pretty straightforward time travel movie. It says that if you change something in the past, it forms a new timeline, and then if you repair that breach in the past, that new timeline will restore itself to the original timeline, or to the secondary timeline that was generated from issues from the first time that you mess with this particular time intersection, and so that um, the deeper you go, the sillier it all gets. Um, Especially since you get some lag time in the middle, while the older Biff goes back and return and takes the almanac to the younger Biff, and then returns the car to the exact same spot. First of all, how does he drive? Second of all, how did he know how to use the thing? Third thing is, um, you know, oh, there's just so many things. And then there's that bit in between where he dropped it off and when Marty comes back, when the whole situation should have changed. You know, everything should have been different, surrounding the situation. Anyway, it's it's quite intricate uh, mechanics, but it is fun. And what's your opinion on the timeline changes and that point back in 1955? What's your opinion?
Well, right. Remembering this movie was made in 1989, and any movie what sort of predicts the future doesn't date very well. This one falls flat on its face, predicting the future of 2015. And you know that's the part of the movie I'm not so keen on.
Oh,
I love the part where they go back to the alternate 1985. I love the part where they go back to 1955. But when they go to 2015, no, I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was so many years into the future, and the predictions what they put in this movie for 2015. No, sorry, none of it's happened.
and how many Jaws movies that was Jaws 19? Okay, that would mean that they would need to make a Jaws movie every single year.
Yeah. We've just literally sort of started to go down the route of hoverboards, but with the sort of jetpack sort of technology, the flying cars and stuff like that. No. All these home technologies for the house, no. So for me, the future part of this is totally ridiculous, and it's just nonsensical. They may have thought this was what was going to happen in 2015, but you've got to be realistic. That technology wasn't going to happen, and it's still not going to happen for years to come.
Mr. Fusion,
Yeah,
and they've had one successful fusion experiment, right? One.
exactly.
I
With
know
the
how that's just
with
bonkers.
the you know with the coat the coats and the boots what adjust to fit you really, the drying coat, dries yourself off really. um yeah, just that section at the beginning of the movie just really,
Weather control in California.
exactly, just give it so many minutes and it'll be what in 2015. I'm sorry guys, I mean, yeah, okay, you were sort of hoping that would happen, but it's that section of the movie is just not dated well, and it's, yes, I know it's an adventure comedy movie, but oh, come on, guy.
Oh wait, Crystal Pepsi. They actually had a can of it that was released, or like a run of it that was released, but each can was like $350 or something like that.
How much?
$350. I mean, it's just Pepsi just went, we can get them, and they
Yeah,
did. They all
and
sold.
also as well the style of 2015 in this movie, the fashion, they just exaggerated the 80s fashion, um, which the 80s fashion totally changed when the 90s arrived.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. They must have, when they were making that part of the movie, they must have thought either we're going to hit the nail on the head here, or we're going to be looking idiots in 2021. um, but apart from that, Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, just get back into the roles as Marty McFly and Doc Brown. Um, I was getting a bit annoyed because he did say it quite a lot in this one, with Christopher Lloyd. Great Scott! Um, every sentence it was Great Scott. It's please, uh, a couple of times maybe, but not every time. But as I say, the section where they go back to the alternate 85 and the 1955 works wonders for me. So this review of this movie for me is going to be a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
What else can I say? Because this was filmed at the same time as Part 3 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was back to back for those two movies. Because you get the to be concluded and a little bit of a teaser for Part 3 at the end.
Oh, that was weird. Tacking on the trailer.
Yeah, you don't often get that in a movie.
That should have been at the front of the end of the movie.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good to see the characters back. Like Biff, Mr. Oh, what's his name? The teacher. I can't remember his name.
Strickland.
Mr. Strickland back again in the alternative and also in the 1955. I like the idea of the almanac.
Yeah.
But one gripe is from the future part of 2015, you had Marty's father, played by
Crispin Glover.
Crispin Glover, in the upside down stretchy back thing. great because his character in the first movie is brilliantly well played. In this one, just not even used. He didn't even have much to. He didn't even really say much.
Right.
Not even used.
And
And then
then-
as soon as I went back to the alternative, or the 80s, he was dead. I'm thinking, well, what a waste of a character, what a waste of an actor.
yeah. And then
Um,
and then they reuse like the footage,
yeah,
and didn't that cause like a problem between the Spielberg company and Crispin Glover?
I don't know, to be honest. They might have done, but
I kind of remember. It's so gone. I interrupted again.
no, it's all right. I mean, it's so long ago. It might have done, but I thought that the father would have been in it more. The mother was.
Yeah.
Not so keen on her character in the future, because you can tell it's prosthetics, especially, and with Biff,
Yeah.
you can tell it's I can't even say the word prosthetics. But apart from that, I don't know. It was a successful sequel. It made its money. It
Yeah.
was a box office hit. But looking back at it now, with the future section, I think, whoa. I mean, it's like the movie Blade Runner. That's supposed to be set in the year. I think we've passed that year now, haven't we? 20 something or other,
2019.
2019 or something like that. But I'm fine with that because it didn't predict the way this movie predicted it being such farcical.
Yeah.
20 Blade Runner was just awesome to watch. The just the pictures on the screen was awesome to watch, and you forget it was supposed to be in 2019 or whatever it was. This, you watch this and you think 2015. Sorry, no.
Yeah.
But I can't knock the performances in this because, I say, they've got Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox has just got it off to a T. You can see they're having fun. But yeah, that's my opening thoughts on this. So back to you, Susan, for things. Well, I've just got things what I'm not keen on. So things what you're not keen on, or things what you really like about this movie.
Okay. Well, like there were the holes between time jumps where there were a lot of plot holes in there,
Mm.
and part of what one of the things I thought was so funny was how always Biff had his three guys with him.
Mm-hmm.
One of them got really super famous. One of them was was um, Billy Zane,
Billy Zane, yes.
and so like that was I mean it was a good, and when like whenever Marty would hit them, they'd all tip over like a domino, like boom boom boom. I thought that was really funny that happened a couple of times in this movie, and I uh, I liked the fact that uh, Jennifer um, they reshot the beginning of or the ending of Back to the Future 1 to include Elizabeth Shue
Mm-hmm.
because they recast Jennifer's character as Elizabeth Shue, and can't remember what the name of the actress was. Played her in Back to the Future 1, but yeah, so um, she, yeah, she did a good job picking up the character, but there wasn't any real movement there. It was like, why did you even bring her along? If you're gonna knock her out, neuralize her, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, why
She was
didn't you just take her home and put her to bed in her nice, comfortable bed, even though it's anyway.
she was asleep for all the movie.
She really was, and also there was a video game player in the restaurant, and that was Elijah Wood.
Yes. Yeah, it was the little kid. Yeah.
And Flea was in it. He from Red Hot Chili Peppers, and
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
oh wait, they recast George also. He was played by Jeffrey Wiseman, and I mean, like, their recasting of the main characters and then reusing Crispin Glover, the scenes at the end
yeah.
in 1955 in the Enchantment Under the Sea dance was like, well, yes, you had the footage, but you needed to pay me another whole movie salary because I'm in 2 movies. And
So that wasn't Crispin Glover
not
playing the future.
not according to IMDb, it's Jeffrey Wiseman.
Right, because it was all prosthetics. I was wondering if it was or not.
Yeah.
Ah.
Anyway, so but yeah, Thomas Wilson did a really good job as Biff and Griff and stuff. And what can you say about his performance except for his is like the comedy of errors.
Also, as well, did you notice? I'm positive it was him doing the voice of his grandma as well in the house.
Oh no, I didn't notice that. That's funny.
It could have been, but it just the voice was so similar. I'm thinking, I wonder if he's doing the voice from grandma because you never saw the grandma.
Right. Oh, very funny. And Leah Thompson did well. They didn't have to put augmentation. Anyway, she could have pulled that dress off anyway. And Michael J. Fox was in his heyday, and this is our second Michael J. Fox movie that we reviewed. Please have a look see.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, this could be the 4th Michael J. Fox movie we've done, if you're including Back to the Future 1, Mars Attacks, and Frighteners.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so it's fun to keep reviewing his stuff, and the fact that Christopher Lloyd is he really he didn't even phone it in this time. Another pothole. Like he wouldn't have been able to tell that it was himself helping with the incident downtown. And why the hell would he be there wandering around down there?
I mean, yeah, I mean, having the same voice,
Uh-huh.
telling him which spanner he should be using.
Yeah. I mean, what? It's funny. So
Yeah.
you can see that they either created these plot holes on purpose just to shove a bunch of humor into,
Hmm.
or or you know, like the quote in the movie, the next movie that we're going to review, Looper. Just don't talk to me about time travel. Anyway, I really I I think that it's pretty linear time. I think that the way that they really describe it is a pretty everything is pretty direct, and the cause and effect are all visible. So I like the time travel aspect of this.
I
Um,
do, yeah. Yeah, I do, yeah.
they My theory is that they created plot holes to shove humor into, but
Mm.
like sometimes Doctor Who creates plot holes in order to shove like cutesy British things into, things that are quintessentially British,
Yeah, yeah.
like that. Those are That's why you know these. That's why I love Doctor Who so much, because it's not just the plot holes are there all throughout the whole 58 years worth of run, but when they create one, they put British stuff, quintessential British stuff. They jam pack it with biscuits uh and tea and the Queen and some just all sorts of stuff. They put it all in there. And the American or just anybody just goes, oh, look at that. It's fun. Anyway, Back to the Future puts humor in there.
Yeah.
And if the humor works, then the thing is worth it. But then the plot hole is worth it. But if it doesn't work, oh my god, it's like
Yeah, I
it
mean,
doesn't work as well in this one as it works in the next one.
exactly. And the first one.
Or
But
the first one, yes.
yeah, this one is it may have worked back in 1989 because we didn't know what 2015 was going to be like.
Right.
Now, on hindsight, looking back at this movie in 2021, it doesn't work.
And the humor isn't sparkly. And
No.
there's a tendency to not just be, crass with Lorraine, but actually it was horrible seeing Biff abuse her.
Yeah.
I mean that mental abuse and physical
And,
threat was just like fucking what the fuck?
and it's only a PG.
I know. It's like what the fuck? I can't believe they got away with that. That wasn't funny. They created this plot hole where she's concerned, and they threw abuse in there, and I'm just like, so okay, I'll just lay it out there. That one scene ruined the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't like what they did there, and I thought that was cheap. And
You see, you can expect that sort of thing from a different sort of rated movie, but a PG
yeah,
for family, no.
and when Biff and Marty are fighting and stuff, father and son, that's also a little trippy.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make Biff a father figure and a husband for these two characters that you love already, you have to be so careful. Yes, he's an asshole, but he should be just eating a fucking apple or something. Use a different trope other than abuse.
I want to ask you about this,
Yeah.
right? Doc Brown says you cannot meet yourself because there'll be consequences. You could, and as what's the character's name? His girlfriend's name?
Jennifer?
Jennifer. As soon as she saw her older self, both of them collapsed. right? Biff and older Biff were driving in a car together, having a conversation.
Yeah.
What happened there?
And where's the humor in the yeah.
Yeah.
But that you found a ginormous plot hole.
Yeah, because as Doc Brown says, you cannot meet yourself. As in other sci-fi, Doctor Who, the
Modern Undead, the two
Mhm.
brigadiers,
yes,
the political limitation effect.
yes,
Boom.
but
Zap,
yeah,
as Egan would say.
maybe lazy writing. I don't know.
But I didn't catch that, and I'm glad you did, because that's this great big huge plot hole.
Because Marty was avoiding himself.
Yeah, of course.
Doc Brown was avoiding himself,
Except for he met.
but he didn't face each other. So I don't know. Another question is, I may be wrong, but watching this again the other night, Back to Future 1, great soundtrack. Huey Lewis and the News, The Power of Love, right?
Yep.
Back to the Future Part 3, ZZ Top, Double Back, great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Back to Future Part 2, was there a song or soundtrack in this?
No.
No. Why not?
Good question. That's a really good question.
Because you associate Power of Love, Huey Lewis and News with Back to the Future Part 1. Double Back, ZZ Top Part 3.
Yeah.
No song, no artist singing a song.
Right.
This,
Not even a music video.
no,
They could
this,
have done a music video.
yeah, this Part 2 is the odd one out of the trilogy for some strange reason.
Yeah, that's true.
It's, I don't know, it's enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
But it does fall flat sometimes.
Yep, it sure does.
So anything else we'd like to say about Back to the Future Part 2?
No.
No, I think we've sort of covered most things. I'm just still trying to get over the prediction of 2015 in this movie.
The other thing that would have been great would be, Marty, had they not just taken every single thing from Central Square,
Yeah.
1955 to Central Square 2015 in toto, like everything, the hoverboard, and then the little girl walking off with one of the big thug boys hoverboard, because why? Because they were thrown through the window.
It's like as well, the young Biff of 2015 is cyber enhanced.
Yeah.
Because you can hear him getting, his arms and all. And I'm thinking, I know the movie is sci-fi orientated, but come on, the technology was not that well advanced to be for 2015.
Yeah. The only one who was like that was Steve Austin, the $6 million man.
Yeah, I mean that technology in the TV series of 1976 is what technology we've got sort of now.
Yeah.
The cybertronics of implants, building stronger limbs,
Yeah.
replacing eyesight, hearing.
Yeah.
That predicted that back in 1976.
But it was also that it costs a lot of money, so that this stiff guy wouldn't have that kind of negative
I mean, you know, to
point.
predict the awfulness of 2015 in this 1989 movie, I think there's only one other movie what predicts it as equally as bad, in my personal opinion, is
What is
Predator
that?
2. Predator 2.
Oh, wow.
Because that's set, I can't remember what year it's set. It's supposed to be set. I mean, the year's gone now, but it's supposed to be set then, and the fashion and everything's way out of. It never happened.
And it's
But
not sort of cheesy funny like Demolition Man.
no. I think Demolition Man works.
Yeah.
As I said, like Blade Runner works.
Yeah.
This prediction of the future just doesn't work.
Right.
I don't know. Uh, People who are watching this may totally disagree.
Yeah.
But not taking away from the movie, it's just, I don't know. It didn't gel with me. But so, if we haven't got anything else to say about this movie, shall we go to final say and score?
I don't think I have anything else. Okay.
As I say, it's Spielberg and it's Zemeckis as well, Robert Zemeckis. Two famous names in the movie world, of course. Very successful names.
And this is the second week we've reviewed another of the Zemeckis film as well.
Yeah, well, and that is just pure fluke.
Yeah.
Fluke. We don't plan these things.
Yeah. Oh. But because of the plot holes that they filled with, in one case abuse, and in another case, I guess, the one that Lee discovered, that they kind of left that one pretty vapid too. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10, which is for me quite low.
Yeah.
I usually run around 8 to 10 for everything. And but it's still enjoyable, but it's not the writing there. The writing fell down. The problems with Crispin Glover and the recast of George McFly, that fell down, and other stuff. And but fun to watch them again. I even have it on VHS.
Ooh, I don't. I have the Ultimate Edition DVD.
Are you kidding me? You're awesome. Yeah. And it was at one point owned by somebody named Arby.
Oh.
But yeah, it was fun. Anyway, I'm out of 10. Back over.
Well, yeah, it's an enjoyable movie. It's a fun movie to watch. But as I say, the writing and you say the comedy, the humor's not sort of upfront like it was in the first movie. And of course, I say the prediction of 2015 just falls flat. You gave it 7. I'm going to give it 7.5. And as I say, that it's still a pretty good score for me. If it was absolutely suck-ass movie, if it was a suck-ass movie, it would get below 5. So 7.5 is still a pretty good score for me.
Yeah.
Susan, thanks for discussing Back to the Future Part 2. You guys out there, let us know what you think of this movie. Please leave a comment. And to leave a comment, you need to subscribe to this YouTube channel of Geeks Assembled. You will find us on YouTube, of course. And when you do subscribe, please press the bell notification, because every time we put up a new video, you'll get a little ding like that, and you'll know when we've put one up. And also, as well, you'll be able to watch. We put links up on Facebook as well when these videos go up as well, because we're on Facebook. We've got a Facebook group. We're on Twitter, Instagram. We're all over the place. And if you want to join our group and to be on these casts, message me. You'll find the link, because I'm always putting these videos up. Message me and let me know if you want to come on, and we will discuss when and where. So until next time, thank you, Susan, and let's go back to the future. Great Scott! Bye for now.